Hello everyone. I hope you are safe at home in this crisis. First of all, welcome to class 8. Before going to any topic, any discussion, I want to share some informations which is required in this journey. Like that you have to make one classwork copy for geography and one homework copy for geography. According to the DAV Education Board, geography has 7 chapters. How many chapters, students? 7 chapters. Out of these 7 chapters, chapter 4, minerals and energy resources, is not included for the board examination. Only project and map work will be given. So, students, you have to read and prepare class notes on total how many chapters? 6 chapters. So, how many chapters present in your book? 7 chapters. But out of these 7 chapters, one chapter, and that is the chapter number 4, minerals and energy resources, is not included for the board examination, and only project work, map work will be given. No class notes, no written exam on chapter number 4, that is minerals and energy resources. So that's why there are total 6 chapters you have to read, you have to prepare class notes, and you have to give the exam, written exam on how many chapters? 6 chapters. So who are they? Chapter 1 named as resources, utilization and development. So what you will read in this chapter, it is basically that is what is resource, what are the types of resources, resource depletion, resource crisis, resource conservation, etc. Chapter 2 natural resources, that means the resources which are made by nature, made by natural processes, like here 3 examples also given: land, soil and water. Land is also made by nature, soil is also made by nature, water is also made by nature. Chapter 3, it is also about natural resources, that means made by nature or natural process, like vegetation, it is also made by nature. Wildlife, it is also made by nature. Chapter 5, agriculture, that means doing crop cultivation, fishing, forestry, rearing of animals, all are called together, that is called as agriculture. Chapter 6, that is related to manufacturing industries, processing unit, like wheat is converted into biscuit, wheat is converted into, that is Horlicks, that is called as what? Manufacturing industries. And chapter number 7, human resources, that means about population, about us. Clear, student? Now come to the first chapter. Today we will discuss about the first chapter, and what is the name? Chapter 1, that is resources, utilization and development. So I have already told the summary. Here we have to read about the term resource, what is the meaning of the term resource, what are the types of resources, how can you utilize the resources, and also how can you save the resources for future generation. So let's begin. Dear student, if we want to exist and survive in this world, we need some things which can fulfill our needs and demands. What I have told, that we have to survive here, we have to exist here, and if we want to exist and if we want to survive here, we need some things like food, oxygen, water, soil. These things are required to survive, and these are called as needs. These are called as what? Needs. So we have to fulfill our needs. And how can you fulfill your needs? By our deeds. Deeds means what? By your function, by your work, by your activities. Like if we want, that is electricity, what we have to do? That we can only pray in front of the God that give us electricity, and it will be provided by the God. Is it possible? No. You have to do something. What we have to do? That if we want electricity, first of all we have to find out the source of energy, like coal. So if you want coal, you have to go to which place? The storehouse. Storehouse means what? That is lithosphere. There coal present. So if we want this coal, then we have to extract this coal, we have to take it out from the lithosphere. And how is it possible? There also our function, we have to develop the technology. When technology that is developed, then you have to go to which place, that is lithosphere. With the help of your technology, you will take out this coal, then you will burn this coal in the thermal power station, then you can generate, that is electricity. Clear? So that means what, we have to fulfill our needs here. Which needs? Need of electricity by our deeds means we have developed, that is what, technology. We have extracted what, coal, with the help of this developed technology, then we have burned the coal and we have generated electricity. So everywhere your function is important, otherwise it is not possible to fulfill your needs and demands. That's why here it is written, we have to fulfill our needs by our deeds. So now come to the, that is definition. So what is written in the last? These things which we need for our existence or survival are called as resources. So whatever the things which can fulfill your needs, which can fulfill your demands, which can help to survive, which can help you to exist in this world, these things are called as resources. Like food is helpful, oxygen is also required, water is also required, soil is also required. Soil is required for agriculture, water is required for drinking or other activities, oxygen life saving gas, food is also required. That means what, these are called as resources. Now students, let us discuss about the term resource. So there are three things you have to remember always. Resource is available where? In our environment. Environment means what? There are two types of environment present. One that is physical environment, another that is man-made environment. Physical environment means it is made by nature, and man-made environment means it is made by human beings, us. So resources are available in our environment. It may be man-made, it may be natural. Second thing, it is natural. One that is what, like coal is natural, like water, like sunlight, like wind, these are made by nature. So these are natural resource. Side by side there are some resources present which are man made, like buildings, like roads, railways, these are made by us, so it is called as man made. Third number point, it fulfills our needs, not greeds. So what, it is also important, the third line, it fulfills our needs. So what is need? Need has a limit. Need has a limit. Need can be satisfied. When you can satisfy your need? When you are getting the object. Like one example I am giving, if you are thirsty, you need which thing? Water. When you drink water, you are satisfied. It may be that is tap water, it may be that is the river water, whatever available in front of you. You are thirsty, you need water, and you have already got the water, you drink water, that means what, you are satisfied. Clear? That is called as need. So it has a limit, you have got, so you are telling not that is fulfilled. But greed has no limit. Greed remains unfulfilled and increasing day by day. Greed has no limit. Greed remains unfulfilled. Always you will say, no, I want more. I want something extra. I want more and more. That means you are not satisfied. You need more and more. That is called as what? Greed. So in the term of resource, which thing is important? Need, not greed. Clear? So resource can fulfill your need, not greeds. So some examples of needs I have also written. Need means food, shelter, clothes. These are called as needs. Now come to the next. So there are mainly two definitions present which are very important, and you have to go through these two definitions and you have to understand very carefully. So first definition, everything available in our environment which can be used to satisfy our needs are called as resources. Already we have discussed. So what is the first thing here important? Everything available in our environment, everything, whatever the thing, it may be biotic, that means which have life, it may be abiotic things which have no life, or it may be that is natural, it may be man-made, whatever the thing which is available in an environment. And also that is what, not only availability in the environment, but also it can satisfy our needs. When it can satisfy your needs, our needs, needs of human beings, then this thing will be called as resource. Like example, so one example I want to give here, like a thing that is coal. Coal is available. Where is it available? I have already told, it is available in lithosphere. Clear? So when this coal will be called as resource, when you will extract it from the lithosphere, when you will use it in the thermal power station, and when you will get the electricity, then this coal will be called as resource. Why this coal will be called as resource? Because this coal is satisfying your needs of which thing? Electricity. At that time it is called as resource. Clear? So that is the meaning. Not only availability in the environment, but also side by side it must have function. Function means what? Capacity to fulfill your needs. When it can fulfill your need, then it is called as what? Resource. Remember this thing. That is the first definition. Second definition, the term resource does not refer to a thing or substance. So when you are talking about resource, that means you should not give importance on what type of thing is this. It is man-made or natural, it is biotic or abiotic, no need to think about this thing. It is very minor issue. You have to ask which thing to this thing or substance, that can you do something for us, can you fulfill our needs, can you satisfy our needs? If this thing can satisfy your needs, then it is called as what? A resource. So this definition is given by whom? That is Zimmerman. So the term resource does not refer to a thing or substance, but to the function of that thing. Remember always that it is a biotic or abiotic, it is a natural or man-made, no need to worry about this thing. Which thing you have to ask to this thing or substance, that can you fulfill my needs, can you fulfill our needs? Here our means human beings. Can you satisfy our needs? If this thing is telling yes, if this thing can fulfill your needs, then it is called as what? A resource. Second definition. Now come to the next topic. Now I have written some example to understand what is the meaning of the term resource. So dear students, as we know, petroleum is a resource. No doubt that petroleum is fulfilling our needs. It is one source of energy. So there is no doubt it is a resource. But students, do you know that petroleum available in Arabian Sea? Arabian Sea means it is located in the western side of India. Arabian Sea. So petroleum available in Arabian Sea, it is called as what? Resource. Petroleum, same type of thing which is available in Antarctica, is not a resource. Very interesting thing. Petroleum available in an Arabian Sea is a resource. Petroleum available in Antarctica is not a resource. How is it possible? Same type of thing. At one place it is called as resource, at another other place that is called as not a resource. How is it possible? Now you can ask that to me, that why is it so? So the answer is petroleum of the Arabian Sea is in use for us. Take a look. So what is the thing that is written in the second definition? To the function of that thing. Function. That means Arabian Sea petroleum is fulfilling our needs, satisfying our needs, so it is a resource. That means what? In easy way, petroleum of the Arabian Sea is already extracted by us, it is used by us, and that's why it is a resource. But petroleum of Antarctica, we know in Antarctica petroleum is available. Already we have done that type of work, that is survey, that is estimation, already we have done, but till now we have not started to extract the petroleum of Antarctica. That's why it is not in use, it is not satisfying our needs, it does not have any function till now, so it is not a resource. If it is not a resource, then what is this? It is a neutral stuff. At last it is written, take a look, it is a neutral stuff. Clear? So when anything is not fulfilling your needs, but we know it can fulfill your needs in the coming days, in future, it is called as neutral stuff. But when anything is in use already, when it is satisfying your needs, then it is called as what? Resource. So difference is clear. Resource means it is doing something for you, it is already started to provide you the facility, it is already started to fulfill your needs, then it is called as resource. But the thing which has the capacity but it is not doing the work till now, then it is called as what? Neutral stuff. Difference is clear. So this is now come to the next topic. I have given some that is situation, you decide which is it is resource or neutral stuff. First situation, coal is used to generate electricity. That means in the first situation, coal is in use for which work? To satisfy our needs. What type of need? Need to get the electricity. So this coal is called as what? It is called as a resource. Why it is called as a resource? Because in this first situation, coal is in use. Coal is used to generate the electricity. Come to the second situation, coal is remaining in the lithosphere but not extracted. Till now not extracted. We know in this lithosphere coal present. In this area coal is available but not started to extract. This coal is called as what? It is called as neutral stuff. Why it is called as neutral stuff? Because it is not in use. We have not started to use to satisfy our needs. It is remaining as usual. Where? In the lithosphere. It has no function till now. That's why it is called as neutral stuff. Now come to the third situation. Coal was used yesterday but today not in use, but tomorrow it will be used again. So in this situation, what is the term applicable? Which term is applicable? That is resource, because it was already used yesterday. Today maybe due to some reason we are not using, but tomorrow again it will be used. That means it is a resource. And last one, till now coal is not in use but in the coming days it will be used. That means till now no function of this coal, but we are expecting that in the coming days it will fulfill our needs and demands. That means what? Till now no function, till now not doing any work for us. That's why it is also neutral stuff. So first one is resource, second one is neutral stuff, third one is resource, and fourth one is neutral stuff. Complete. So now come to the next. Now you have to think and decide. Already we have discussed so many things about resources. So I have given two questions. You have to decide and tell me after this short description. So first question, are resources the free gifts of nature? What do you think? Resources are gifted by nature. That means you are staying at home and so now decide that resources are the free gifts of nature, or the second question, that are resources the function of human beings? You have to decide that resources are just that is gifted by the nature, or these are created by our function, our activities, our work, our involvement. What is right? Which one is right? So let us find out. So first questions meaning, that is what means resources are being gifted by nature. We are just using these resources for our needs. We are not doing anything to get them. Just we are waiting that nature will come to our doorstep and nature will give us the resource and we will use it. We will not do anything. First questions meaning. Second question meaning is what? That nature has something, not resource. Nature has something, substance, thing. It may be biotic, it may be abiotic, it may be that is natural. whatever nature has. Now our duty, because it is our demand, it is our need, so we have to go to the nature storehouse, we have to take out this thing, we have to convert this thing into usable thing, then we can fulfill our needs. That is the meaning of the second question. So in the first question we are not doing anything, we just waiting for the gift which will be gifted by the nature, that is resource. Or in the second question, here resources are not being gifted by nature, we have to do so many things, we have to apply our techniques, we have to apply our knowledge, and then we can convert the things which are available in nature into resource. So let us decide which one is correct for the resources. Let us decide. Come to the decision now. So dear students, always remember one thing, resources are not the free gifts of nature. So what is the first important line? Resources are not the free gifts of nature. So it means what? It means the first question is wrong. There is no, that is acceptability of the first question, that are resources the free gifts of nature, then your answer will be no, not at all. So what is the first line? Resources are not the free gifts of nature. Now come to the second line, they are the function of human beings. Function of human beings means, I have already told that we are doing so many work, we are applying our knowledge, technology, technique, then we are converting the things which are available in nature into resources. That is the right decision, and that is our final decision. Clear? So resources are not the free gifts of nature, they are the function of human beings. So here two examples again already we have discussed, that if you'll compare again, that is the petroleum of Arabian Sea and petroleum of Antarctica, which one is resource? The petroleum of Arabian Sea. Why? Because it is already in a function, we have already done so many things, we have given our best efforts, we have given our technology to extract the petroleum, and it is in use, that's why it is a resource, it is not gifted, we have done so many work. Clear? Now come to the next, how resources are being formed. Resources are being formed with the help of interdependent relationship of three things. Who are they? Technology, physical environment, that means nature, and institutions. So this is a triangle. In this triangle, if you will see that there are three corners present, and in the middle of this triangle human beings are located. So three corners are occupied by whom? Top one is occupied by nature or physical environment, left one is occupied by technology, and the right one is occupied by institutions. If you will check, if you check this diagram properly, this triangle, that technology, it is developed by whom? Human beings. Institutions like thermal power station, like industries, these are developed by whom? Human beings. So in this triangle, 1 2 3, three things are related to human beings, and one thing, that is nature, it is related to the, that is natural thing. So three things, technology, human beings, institution, these are related to us, and nature, it is related to the natural things or made by nature. Clear? Now come to the that is the process, how resources are being formed. Human beings at first what? Developed technology with the help of their knowledge, with the help of their techniques, developed technology. Then with this technology human beings are going to which place? Nature, because I have already told it is the storehouse of the things and substance. So human beings developed technology, then gone to which place? That is nature. Then from this nature human beings taking out the things, substance, not resource. Remember, till now it is not called as resource, it will be called as neutral stuff because it has no function. It does not have any function till now. It is not in use till now. So human beings develop technology, then gone to which place? Gone to the nature storehouse, taking out which thing? The required thing or substance, which is called a neutral stuff. Then this neutral stuff or thing carried to which place? Institutions. Institutions means I have already told, like thermal power station, like industries, and then this neutral stuff is being converted into resource in these institutions. Clear? That is the process. So now come to the example. How can you understand this interdependent relationship? So I am giving by the help of, that is, coal. Human beings develop technology. What type of technology? That is mining technology. Mining technology means that human beings want to take out the coal. Coal means we have to dig the land, we have to dig the lithosphere. That's why human beings develop that type of technology. Then human beings gone to which place? Nature storehouse. That means what? Lithosphere, because we are going to extract coal. Coal is present where? In the lithosphere. So human beings develop technology, then human beings gone to which place? Nature storehouse. That means lithosphere. Why? Because we want to extract coal. Then with the help of the available technology, we have started to extract the coal. Now student, tell me, when we have started to extract the coal, this coal is called as resource or this coal is called as neutral stuff? That is called as neutral stuff. Why? Because it is extracted but not in use till now. It is not in use. After the extraction of the coal with the help of technology, human beings taking the coal to which place? That is institutions. And then in this institution, that means like thermal power station, we are burning the coal and we are getting the electricity, and this electricity fulfilling our needs, and then this coal is called as what? Resource. Take a look. Again I am telling, human beings develop technology. What type of technology? How to extract the coal. For this reason they have developed the technology. Then human beings gone to which place? Nature storehouse. Then human beings extracted which thing? Coal from the lithosphere. Then this coal is carried to which place? Institution. That means thermal power station. We have generated electricity with the help of the burning of the coal. Then this coal is called as resource. Why? Because now it is fulfilling our needs. What type of needs? Need of electricity. This is called as resource farming process. So interdependent relationship between technology, nature, institutions, and who is in the middle? Human beings. Human being is in the middle. Why? Because it is controlling the total process. Technology developed by whom? Human beings. Extraction of the neutral stuff or extraction of the things and substances by whom? Human beings. Then these neutral stuffs are being converted into resources by whom? Human beings. So that means human beings everywhere. We are everywhere. Our presence, that is everywhere. That's why we are in the center of the middle of this triangle. Clear? So that means what? That means that resources are not free gifts of nature. It is the function of human beings. Now come to the next. So in this slide, in this slide already that I have told that what is the role of human beings in this resource farming process, that I have already told. Now come to the next. So after the discussion of this triangle, after the process, we come to the conclusion, that is what? Resources are not free gifts of nature. You have seen already that resources are not gifted. Resources are being created, resources are being extracted by us with the help of technology and institutions from the nature storehouse. So resources are not free gifts of nature. These are the function of human beings, because without human efforts everything is neutral stuff, because without human beings nothing can be used. That's why human beings are more important than the other factors in the resource forming process. Now come to the next. So already we have extracted, already we have discussed the that is meaning of resources. Now come to the next, how can you use the resources? If you want to use the resources, what type of factors you need, which what are the controlling factors? First one, availability of resources. What is the first one? Availability of resources. If we want to use the resources, first of all you need this resource. This resource must have the availability. Without the availability of resource, you cannot use them. Can you use? You think that there is no existence of coal in this world. Can you use the coal? Can you think about the use of the coal? That's why whenever you are thinking that I want to use the resource, first of all you need, that is what, availability of resources. Second thing, skill of human beings. I think you have already seen that coal is available in the lithosphere, but if you don't have technology, if you don't have that type of skill to develop the technology, you don't have skill how to extract, you don't have skill how to develop the technology, can you extract the thing, can you convert this thing into resource? Think you don't have that type of knowledge, how can you burn the coal and how can you generate the electricity from this coal? Then can you convert the thing into resource? No, it is not possible. Third factor, availability of capital. So whenever you are going to use any type of thing, at that time first of all you need money. Capital means here money, money power. So whenever you are going to extract the coal, you need money. Whenever you are going to develop technology, you need money. Whenever you are going to set up any institution like thermal power station industry, you need money. So without money you cannot do anything, you cannot think about the use of resource. Fourth number, availability of technology. Already we have discussed, without the help of technology you cannot convert the things or neutral stuff into resources. And the last one, that is what, availability of transport and communication. It is also important because think that I have already told in this triangle that you have collected the things or neutral stuff from the lithosphere, then you have to carry this thing to the institution. So how can you carry these things into institution? That is with the help of the transport and communication. So that is also important. Now come to the next, classification of resources. So whenever you are thinking about classification of resources, whenever we are talking about classification of resources, we have to find out at first the base. That means on which basis, what is the base, on which thing, on the basis of which thing that you have classified. First basis is what, renewability. That means it is available every day, it is available each and every time, it is available, that is till the existence of the earth, or it is going to be finished in the coming days. That is called as what, renewability. Clear? So what is the meaning of the word renewability? That means it is available always available or not, that means till the existence of the earth, till the existence of the solar system it is, or that is going to be finished in the coming days. That is called as renewability. Next one is origin. That means from which place. There are how many spheres present? You know very well, there are 4 spheres present. Who are they? Lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. Here you have to see that from which place the resources are being originated. If any resource is originated from biosphere, that means it has life, that means it is biotic. If any resource is not originated from biosphere, it is originated from other 3 spheres. Other 3 spheres means lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere, then it is called as abiotic. Biotic means have life, abiotic means don't have life, have no life. Clear? Now come to the next criteria, occurrence. Occurrence means it is made by whom? Nature or human beings. If any resource is made by nature, like coal, made by nature, it is provided by nature. Water, it is natural thing, it is made by natural process. But if you are talking about buildings, roads, railways, then these are made by whom? Us, man made. Now come to the next, development. Development means in which stage of development it is present. I am giving two example, like you have heard that is solar energy, you have heard that is wind energy. But if I will ask, if I'll ask you that how many of you have that is solar energy, how many of you are using the solar energy and wind energy at present time, then maximum students will raise the hand, that is what, that no sir, we are getting the energy from that is coal or maybe hydroelectricity. We are not using that is solar energy or wind energy. That means what, you know, wind and sunlight can provide you the electricity. It is, these are also the sources of energy, but you are not using till now. Why? Because you have other option, that is called as what, potential. You know it can fulfill your needs, you know it has so many capacity, huge capacity to fulfill your demand, but you are not using because you have other option. So it is called as what, potential. But actual means what, you have started to use and you are that is fully dependent on this thing, that is called as actual. Like coal, from coal we are generating electricity, that is called as thermal power, and this thermal power is used by maximum number of people in India. That means what, it is actual, developed. We know its potentiality, we are using according to its potentiality, that's why it is called as actual. Now come to the discussion one by one. So what is the first that is name of the resource, that is called as renewable resources. Renewable means what, which can be regenerate, which can be reproduced. Like I want to that is give an example, that is called as wind. Can you say that wind is going to be finished in the coming days? Soil, can you say that soil is going to be finished in the coming days? No, there is no chance of that type of situation. Sunlight or solar energy, can you say that solar energy is going to be finished in the coming days? No, there is no such type of chances. That's why it is called as what, renewable. That means available always, it is unlimited, it cannot be finished, it can be used again and again. That is called as what, renewable resources. And now the question, how it can be renewed or reproduced. I want to give one example, water cycle. You have heard about water cycle, you have already that is read about water cycle. So how the water availability remains same in this world, because due to the presence of hydrological cycle or water cycle, that's why the amount of water remains same always. That means what, it is renewed, it is reproduced, that is called as renewable resource. So who is doing this thing? That is nature. That's why I have written can be renewed or reproduced by natural process. Like other examples are also given here. That is two types of renewable resources present, one that is continuous or flow. Continuous or flow means what, these resources are available in this world or in our earth, that is continuously, there is no interruption present. Like water, water is available, always available. Why? Because hydrological cycle present. Wind is also always available. Have you ever seen that that is written in the newspaper that wind is going to be finished? No, that is not possible. That's why it is called as continuous or flow. That means continuously available, there is no interruption. that is called as continuous or flow renewable resource. Second number is biological. Biological means what? Have life. Bio means life. And what is the reason to that is classify or subdivide into two subdivisions? Because biological, flora and fauna, these are not continuous, because if you are cutting down the trees, that means doing deforestation, at that time the number of trees gradually decreasing. That means what? It is going to be finished. It is going to be finished. But why it is not then non-renewable? Because already I have told renewable means can be renewed. If you are going for plantation, if you are planting more and more plant, that means what? Again the forest can grow, again the tree number or plants number can grow. That's why it is also renewable. But what is the difference between continuous and biological? Continuous means it is not going to be finished, it is continuously available, there is no interruption in the availability of that type of resource. But biological means if you are doing three mistakes: misuse, overuse and exploitation, then biological resources can be finished in the coming days. But if you try your level best to save them, then you can regenerate them, you can reproduce them, you can renew them. That's why these are also renewable resources. Now come to the next, non-renewable. Already I told you about renewable, that means it is just opposite of renewable. It is limited, that means limited in amount, it cannot be used again and again, and also it can be finished by misuse, overuse and exploitation. Like coal, can you assure that coal is that is continuous resource? The coal will be available continuously. Coal is going to be available continuously? No, you can't. But if you'll compare that is coal and wind, which one is available continuously? That is wind, not coal, because coal is going to be finished. Day by day its amount is decreasing due to our misuse, overuse and exploitation. That's why it is called as non-renewable. You cannot regenerate them. Nature also cannot. Nature can regenerate, but it is very time taking, and you cannot wait for that type of time. That near about 25 to 30 crore years required to generate coal, and also there are a difficult process present. So that's why you cannot say and you cannot assure that coal is going to be renewed in the coming days. That's why it is called as what? Non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources are of two types. Who are they? Recyclable, that means there are some non-renewable resources present which can be recycled. Recycle means that you have made iron made things, the things which are made by iron. You have decided, no, this iron made thing does not look good, so you have decided to give it to the you decided to convert it into a new shape. That is called as what? Recyclable. Clear? You can recycle it, but it is not renewed, it is not reproduced. The difference is clear. And another second number is non-recyclable. Like coal. Coal is burned for one time, you cannot think about recycling. Petroleum is burned for one time, you cannot think about recycling. So there are two types of non-renewable resources present: recyclable and non-recyclable. Now come to the next. On the basis of origin, origin means I have told it is originated from which place. Place means sphere. Which sphere? It is biosphere or other three spheres. So if any resource is coming from biosphere, that means it has life, and that means it is known by which name? Biotic resources. Bio means life. Like example, human beings, life, it has life. Human beings have life. Flora and fauna, fisheries, livestock, all having that is life. Now come to the next, abiotic. Abiotic means abio means non-living things, no life, and these are originated from which sphere? That is atmosphere, hydrosphere and that is lithosphere. Who are they? Rocks. Rocks are originated from which place? That is lithosphere. Metals, these are also from lithosphere. So this is the difference between biotic and abiotic. Biotic means have life, abiotic means have do not have life. Biotic means originated or obtained from lithosphere, and abiotic resources are obtained from the other three spheres, that means atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. And biotic resource example, that is flora and fauna, that means human beings, plants, animals, these are. And abiotic resources, that means rocks, metals, these are. Now come to the next. Here some examples given. Living things, that means biotic resources, here example. Non-living things, some abiotic resources examples are given. Now come to the, that is differences between renewable and non-renewable resources. So renewable resources means can be used again and again. Non-renewable means cannot be used again and again. Renewable resources cannot be exhausted. Exhausted means it cannot be finished, and non-renewable can be exhausted or finished. Renewable resources are eco-friendly, that means not polluting environment and not emitting that type of gases, harmful gases to pollute the environment. That's why these are called as eco-friendly. But non-renewable are not eco-friendly, like coal. If you're burning the coal, coal is what? Coal is generating harmful gases, and then it is polluting the environment. And renewable resources are unlimited in quantity, non-renewable are limited in quantity. And the renewable resource total cost of these resources is low, because if I will give you the example, that is solar energy. Solar energy is available everywhere, just you have to develop the solar panel, and then you can easily tap it and you can easily use it for your needs. But here that is costing for collection of coal, then converting the coal into, that is electricity, burning, thermal power station, that is making or setting up of the thermal power station, the huge cost is required. An example also given, wind, solar energy, water, here that is coal, petroleum, gold, etc. Now come to the next types of resources on the basis of occurrence. I already you have seen there are two types of resources. Natural resources, that means made by nature or natural process. Examples are given: water, forest, rocks, minerals, soils, animals, all are, that is made by nature or natural processes. And human resource means, here human resource means two things, that is when you are talking about human resource, human beings own self, and also that is what, the things which are made by us. Two types of resources: human resource, human beings are called as resource, and also the things which are made by human beings, these are also called as resource. Clear? So when we are talking about human resource, then it is about which thing? Your quality and your quantity. Quality means what? Your knowledge, your intelligence, these are called as quality. And quantity means what? Number. What is the number of population? That is called as quantity. Clear? Quality means knowledge, intelligence, quantity means number of population. So always remember, when you are talking about human resource, that is only about you, what type of quality you have, and what is the number you have. Clear? That is called as human resource. Here some examples given, you can check it. Now come to the next, man-made resources. I have told, when you are talking about human resource, there are two types of things present: human beings own self, and also the things which are made by us. So man-made resources means the things which are made by us, like, that is here some examples given, you can check it here. That is example, if you'll see, that is mugs. It is, these are made by whom? That is by us, our technology. Like that also, out of this slide, I have also told roads, railways, buildings, these are also made by whom? Made by human beings. So these are called as man-made resource. Now come to the next. Difference between potential and actual resource. That means we have come to the, that is last classification. It is on the basis of development. I have already told with the help of example what is called as potential and what is called as actual. Potential means you know it is present, you know it can fulfill your needs, but till now you have not started to use it properly. Why you have not started? Maybe you have other option which is easily available at your doorstep, or maybe your technology is not well developed to collect it, to convert it, that's why you are not using. So it is called as potential. It has the capacity, but it is not in use up to its that is full potentiality, up to its capacity. So it is called as potential resources. And actual resources means that it is already in use and up to its that is maximum limit, maximum potentiality. So it is called as actual resources. Now let us read one by one. First point, those resources whose total quantity is not known. That means what, till now you are under that is confusion. You are not sure that what is the total amount available, but actual resource, its total quantity is known because you are habituated with this one, you have been using this one from the that is long time, that's why you know very well this one. Second point, they are not being used at present. I have already told potential resources are not used properly till now, but actual resources are being used at the present time because we are habituated, we are dependent on actual more. And third number, as technology improves, their use in future is possible. That means if we can develop our technology, we can easily use the potential resources, and then these potential resources can be converted into actual or developed resources. So what is the another name of actual resource? That is developed resource. So what is the meaning of third point? If you can develop your technology, the potential resources can be used for your needs in the coming days, and then this potential resource name will be changed and it will be named as actual resources. Fourth number, that examples are given. Uranium, it is one source of energy. Uranium found in Ladakh is an example of potential resource. That means we know it is present in Ladakh, but till now we have not started to use, till now we have not extracted this one, that's why it is called as potential. We know it can provide us electricity, we know it can help us to satisfy our needs, but till now it is not in use, so it is called as potential resources. Actual resources like coal, which is available in Dhanbad. Dhanbad means in your state, that is Jharkhand. So it is available in Dhanbad and we have started to use, we are getting the electricity from this coal, so it is called a actual or developed resources. Now come to the next, that we have discussed till now that what is resource and how can we use them, and also what are the types of resources, what is the process of formation of resource. Now come to the next, that I have already told in the beginning that we have two types of demand, one that is need, another is greed. Greed and need, what is the difference? Again I am telling, need has a limit, you can satisfy your need, but greed does not have limit and you cannot satisfy your greed, because greed is increasing day by day, it is changing, it is demanding more and more. So that's why we know very well, now we are not needy, we are greedy. So due to this greedy nature of human beings, we have started to do three mistakes in our life. What are the three mistakes? Before that also I mentioned, there we are doing three mistakes: misuse, overuse and exploitation. What are the three mistakes we are doing due to our greedy nature? Misuse, overuse and exploitation. So due to this that is three mistakes, we are doing some, that is we are creating some problems, like point number one, that is written, many resources got depleted. That means I have already told, if you are cutting down the trees, the number of trees gradually decreasing, forest area is decreasing, that is called as many resources got depleted, that means called as resource depletion. Resource depletion, decrease in the quality and quantity of resources by misuse, overuse and exploitation. And second number, resources got accumulated in the hands of few people. The society is divided into rich and poor. That means when people are divided into two divisions, needy and greedy, those who are greedy, their nature is what? How to acquire more and more, how to gather everything, how to collect everything. That's why that those who have that type of power, It may be that is money power. Due to this thing, that those who have that type of power, they are collecting more and more resources, and that's why rich people have more resources, and those who are poor, those who don't have that type of money power, those who don't have to purchase the resource, purchase capacity, they are, that is what, they cannot buy the resources, that's why they are called as poor. That means due to the greedy nature of some people, the society is divided into rich and poor. Those who have, they are called as rich, and those who don't have, they are called as poor, due to our greedy nature. Now come to the last, that is global warming. It is due to pollution, due to, that is, emission of harmful gases, ozone layer depletion, environmental degradation. These are also the problems, and all these problems are created by whom? By our greedy nature, because now we are not needy, we are greedy, we need more and more. Now come to the next. So already we have discussed the problem of our greedy nature. So you know that we have to survive, we have to exist, and if we want to survive, we need resource, and if we want to need resource, we have to conserve everything. Not only that is, we are thinking about ourselves, only human beings will live and other things will not. That is not possible. We have to depend on other, we have to take help, we have to take help of the others, then we can survive. That's why we have developed a concept that is called as sustainable development. We need development, we need progress, there is no doubt, but this development should not pollute the environment, this development should not harm the environment, this development should not do the deforestation, global warming, and that is called as what? Sustainable development. So what is the sustainable development? The economic development. That means what? We need development, we need progress, but how can we achieve this development which does not damage the environment? First thing, that if we want to develop ourselves, if we want to develop our economy, if we want to develop our society, we have to conserve the environment, we have to save our environment, there should not be any damage to the environment. And also, that is what, at the same time, takes care of the needs of the future generation. Side by side, you have to save the things for future. You cannot think like a greedy people, that no, whatever I have, I have to use it for myself, and then whatever that is, what will happen with the future, I don't know, I don't care. You cannot say like that. You are responsible person, and that's why you have to think about future also, then it is called as sustainable development. So what you have to do? You have to bring the development, you need development, you need progress. How can you bring this progress or development? By saving the environment, and also by saving the resources for future generations. Now come to the next slide. Resource conservation. What is the meaning of resource conservation? That conserve means what? You have to protect it, you have to save it, you have to save it for future. So resource conservation means sustainable. Sustainable means what? That you have to use it and you have to keep it for future. That is called as what? Sustainable. That means not that whatever available, you will use it and you will finish it. It is not. You will use it according to your need, and other things will be kept for future. And optimum. Optimum means whatever you need, you have to use, not that is beyond your need, not according to your greed. That is called as optimum utilization. You need per day 5 liters of water for drinking, you use this 5 liter. Don't think that you will use that is 10 liters of water and you will misuse the water, you will waste the water. It is not optimum. Clear? So according to your need, when you are using, that is called as optimum utilization. Now come to the next. Why that is we are thinking about resource conservation. Why do we conserve the resource? First point, many resources are non-renewable, like I have told, coal, petroleum, these are going to be finished in the future. So that's why we have to save the resources for future. If we want to get for longer time, if we want to get the facilities from these resources for a longer time, then we have to save or conserve the resources, because so many resources are there which are non-renewable, which are going to be finished in the coming days. Second number, conservation of resources helps us to reduce wastage, because conservation means what? You are using according to your need, optimum utilization, not according to your greed. That means what? You can do some you can stop the wastage, you can do some savings also. And third number, resource conservation helps us to protect the environment. That is also another benefit of resource conservation. Plus point, resource conservation helps us to protect the environment, because I have already told, whenever you are thinking about our survival, whenever that is you are thinking about your survival, at that time you have to save the environment also, and that's why resource conservation is very helpful. So that's all for today. In next class I am going to provide you class notes to write down in classwork copy, and that is, if you have any query and if you have any doubt, whatever the doubt, it may be very simple doubt, no need to hesitate, you feel free to contact through our proper channel. So thanks and have a nice day.